Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida Story, and I am so excited to have you back here with me for another pick a card. And today, y'all, we are exposing the enemy. You heard me. We are getting to what your ops tried to steal from you when you weren't looking. And we're going to also look at how you can get it back. As you can see here on the table, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, if you've been around for a little while, you know that the Seven of Swords is actually my favorite card in the tarot. And there are lots of reasons that I may get into in another video. It's actually a very empowering card sometimes. Now, when it's in the hand of an enemy, not so much. So today, when we're looking at the energy of the Seven of Swords, we're gonna kind of look at both ways that the Seven of Swords can show up in our lives. It can show up as someone deceiving or stealing from us, but it's also very powerful in getting your shit back. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now, when I say enemy, it doesn't have to be a particular person when you're watching this reading. It could literally be the enemy of white supremacy, the enemy of anti-blackness, the enemy of poverty, the enemy of low self-esteem and fear and famine and war and anything that you feel is opposing you right now, that's keeping you from being your best and brightest self and from living the life of your dreams. That can be your enemy. I just want to expand your mind as you're listening to this reading. But no matter who is opposing you, don't worry. We're going to figure out exactly how you can get all of your things. You are not powerless. I want to shout out my channel members. As always, thank you so much for being a channel member. I so appreciate you and how you support my work and this channel. I am so grateful for you. Now, if you're not a channel member, baby, what are you waiting on? The channel members get exclusive perks like early videos, exclusive live streams, and all kinds of things that I'm working on. So if you're interested in joining us, that link is in the description box. All right, so we have 3 chapters to choose from. We have chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Go ahead and choose your deck, whichever one is calling to you. And if more than one chapter is calling to you, then maybe you have more than one message. And I encourage you to watch as many as you need. All right, let's go ahead and see, what did the enemy steal from you and how you can get it back. Hello, my chapter ones. Welcome to your reading. We're about to get into, what did your ops try to steal from you? Let's expose your enemies. All right. Let's put your card to the side and let's see. Let's see. All right. Thank you, ancestors and guides, for the truth. Can you tell me, for all of those who have chosen chapter 1, what are their enemies trying to steal from them? When chapter 1 wasn't looking, what did the enemy steal from them? 6 of Wands. Ooh. Judgment and the Sun. They tried to steal your joy. When you weren't looking, your enemy stole your joy. Tried to steal your success. Tried to steal your glory. Tried to steal. Listen, judgment is the truth. Judgment is a calling. It's a beckoning. It's an awakening. Your enemy, your enemies, they were focused on stealing your shine, stealing your visibility, right? That's what all 3 of these cards have in common: visibility. So for those of you who are on social media, for those of you who, even if you work at a regular 9 to 5, but if you, whatever you do for business, when you weren't looking, you have an enemy who was trying to steal your shine and was trying to like circumvent and almost hide you from being seen, hide your successes, hide your impact. right? It's almost like shadow banning. So if for those of you who were like, my enemy is the algorithm, that's what this is giving. My enemy might be Instagram, TikTok, because you have a message, you have something about you that's important, you have a vision, right? You have a call, but that what the enemy was like stealing from you was the confidence to keep going, the confidence to show up, the confidence to engage in pleasure and play. That's what was stolen. Mm. It's also like the confidence to try the thing that you really want to do. There's something you really have on your heart, chapter 1, that you really want to accomplish. But your enemy stole your confidence, and your enemy stole your excitement for the thing. You used to be so excited. You used to be like ready to shout it from the mountaintop. And that has died. Your enemy stole that from you. Because they didn't want people to see you, nor did they want people to hear you. They didn't want people to praise you, and they didn't want you to believe that you were somebody. Here are the plans of your enemies. I just want you to know that just because they work this hard to hide you means you are somebody. I just started feeling a sensation in my jaw on the right side. And it's almost like the sensation of like having your jaw like wired shut. It's like you wanted to say things, but you couldn't. You wanted to get your message out, but you just would lose the energy, or you would lose the inspiration. You would lose the mojo, or you would just quite literally forget what you were going to say because you have an enemy that wanted it to be so. So it's like your jaw, you couldn't speak, was like wired shut. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Some of y'all, if you have an online business, like I said, that shadow banning thing, it feels very much so like shadow banning. It also feels like a curtain over you so that you don't go viral, so that your content doesn't move, right? They just got tired of you winning, child. Your enemies got tired of you winning. All right, so let's see how you can get your stuff back. How can you get it back? How can you get it back? 8 of Pentacles. Oof, oof, oof. The Moon. And this one. And the Empress. You need to work with your ancestral mothers. You need to work with your ancestral mothers. For those of y'all who are spiritual, like you need to actually do spiritual work with your ancestral mothers, and also with the moon. Do some things with the moon cycles. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. All is not lost. They can't stop no show. They cannot stop no show. But you need to do some work with your ancestral mothers. There's also something here about you being diligent and you moving on anyway. I know that they didn't want you to be seen, especially if, like, for instance, you feel like your op is the algorithm and is, social media as a machine. If you feel like your ops like AI and all of that, you keep going, you keep working. You see how that moon card just moved on its own? You keep working and staying focused on your mastery, right? That's the card of mastery. You keep working on your mastery. You keep working on your gifts. You keep working on your whatever it is that you do, right? Whoever it is that you are, you keep building that. Work with your ancestral mothers as well, as far as rebuilding your confidence, right? Also, whatever it is you do artistically, that is going to be a part of what brings that joy and that playfulness back into your life, right? So make sure that you are engaging that as well. As far as the moon goes, working with the moon cycles, truly. When I say working with the moon cycles, I mean, see the Ace of Pentacles, on the next new moon, you need to be planting seeds. You need to be writing petitions. On the next full moon, you need to be cutting and clearing. You need to be cleansing. Those are the things that's going to help you be visible again, right? To rebuild your confidence again, and also to rebuild your spirit again. Because, baby, listen, they don't stop no show. That's the whole reason why we're doing this reading. They don't stop no show. So the Ace of Pentacles is here. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. Just had to arrange the cards. They're still kind of crooked, but it's okay. I'm going to ask one final question, but before I do, if this reading has been resonating with you, I would love if you could drop a comment that says, "This is my comeback. This is my comeback," because I trust. Now, something else that's just coming up too as well. The Moon card is also reminding me of things from your past that need to be addressed. So, as we're talking about what you can do, if there's anything that's in your past that has caused you to live in shame, you're experiencing guilt for any reason, for something that you've done, address those things. Address those things and forgive. Forgive yourself, because you're supposed to be visible. And if you are moving through any guilt or shame, then it's going to be easier for you to just stay hidden. That's not what they want for you, though. They want you to be on display. And your enemies want you to go run and hide. And that's why you got to come out and be seen. Now, like I said, if that resonates, let them know. This is your comeback. All right. So my final question is, Spirit, how then can my chapter ones protect and keep what has been stolen? How can they protect and keep what has been stolen? 7 of Wands. Fight back, baby. Fight back. You have to literally protect it. You have to fight back. You have to fight back. You have to defend yourself. And you see how I just said, if there's anything in you, any place in you that feels shame or guilt, address it. If there's anything that you've done to someone that has given you or has made it where you want to stay hidden, you want to stay small, go get it right with that person. If it's just a matter of you forgiving yourself and giving yourself grace, do that. That is how you fight back. Defend yourself, chapter 1. Defend your inner child. Defend your inner teen. Hold your ground. Keep working. Don't run and hide. Don't run off. Because you're getting your stuff back. And I just told you how. All right, my chapter ones. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter twos. Welcome to your reading. We are trying to figure out what's going on with your ops. What did they steal from you when you weren't looking? So we're going to put your 7 of Swords to the side and give this a good shuffle, and we'll get into the reading. We're going to start with exactly that question. What did your ops steal from you when you weren't looking? All right. When chapter 2 wasn't looking, what did their ops steal from them? Ace of Cups. Temperance. Six of Swords, your peace. When you weren't looking, your ops took your peace. And I think we can take a deep breath together on that one. Because see, what they wanted to happen was to knock you off game, right? Temperance is the ability to be at one with the self and the elements, to both be in control and flexible, to be in tune and attuned to the body, to the spirit, to the mind, to be rooted in reality and also enlightened by spirit. That is the gift that you have had, and thus it is exactly what was taken. Six of Swords is the ability to move away from what has been tumultuous. And so without that temperance, everything's been kind of prickly. Ace of Cups means they were trying to steal your love, your joy, your inspiration, your connection to spirit, and replace it with chaos. Even as I'm saying that, I'm like feeling like this throbbing in my head, because it feels like everything that used to be like embodied for you, you might feel things in your body. And by feel things, I mean like you would, again, feel rooted. You felt grounded, in control, right? Things were going well. Things had been thriving in your life even, but it's like this pounding in my head. It almost feels like trying to figure things out intellectually and mentally and just never finding the answer. And so there's just questions and quandary more than solutions and peace. And that's what the enemy wants, for you to be confused, for you to be confounded. They're also trying to take away relationships and sweetness from your life, these enemies. They also wanted you to feel trapped and like you could not get out of this reality, that things are just going to be hard, that this is the new normal. It's just hard, right? Don't believe it. It's not true. Chapter 2. It's not true. It's not true. For some of you, you had enemies who tried to ruin your reputation. They wanted to get you out of character, or they wanted to portray you as someone who you're not. Okay, so let's look now that we know what that is, what was stolen when you weren't looking. Let's see how you can get it back, how you can get this sense of self back, this peace back. We have the Devil. The King of Coins. King of Coins and the Three of Wands. Okay, let me clarify the Devil. Why is the Devil card here? Spirit. Why is the Devil card here? This one? The Five of Cups. I'm hearing some things, but I just want to ask for more clarity. And the Ten of Coins. Five of Cups and the Ten of Coins, clarifying the Devil. What it really feels like is a need for you to control your narrative, to be back in control of yourself, in control of your emotions, and not feel like you are on this merry-go-round or on this roller coaster, right? And so the Five of Cups feels like that's the sadness, right? The emotions that are attached to things just not feeling right? To feel the emotions that you feel when you are imbalanced, right? And this Ten of Pentacles, though, feels like your track record, right? It can speak to money, but it also speaks to your ability to like have longevity, right? And so the narrative, you controlling the narrative, means also being in control of your reputation, being in control of who you have been. You are proven time and time again. And so the way for you, one of the ways to dismantle and to come against your enemy that will want to steal you and take you away from yourself, is to then control who you are. And so maybe for some of you, that means being in touch with the parts of yourself that are not as savory, and loving it and embracing it. What might that look like for you? Then they don't get to run off and say who you are. It's my baby in the background. They don't get to run off and say who you are. You get to determine who you are. Resist the temptation to believe that it's always going to be like this. You may be feeling like you lost a sense of self, or a sense of reality even. But the Ten of Coins is here. It's an abundant card. It's a card of resources and support in a tangible way. And so partly you may need to travel. You may need to escape. Just like I said before with the Six of Swords, you may feel like you could not escape. That's what your enemy wanted to take from you. So you may need to take the time off. You may need to take the PTO. You may need to call in sick and just enjoy yourself. What does it mean for you to enjoy? Especially when the Ace of Cups is what was taken from you. It's the wonder. What used to spark happiness was taken. And so the devil here doesn't feel like an adversary. It feels like an invitation for you to explore and to enjoy yourself. The King of Coins, I was going to say, the King of Coins feels like, who is the most important person in your life right now besides yourself? Is there an earth sign, friend, partner, loved one who can be with you? Because if you've been feeling isolated or if you've been feeling unbalanced, you may need this energy of the King of Coins. You may need someone who can help stabilize or regulate you. You may need to regulate with someone else. Co-regulation may be very important for you right now. And the King of Coins can be a mentor, someone who's wiser, someone who's been through what you've been through. Maybe not having an enemy who was actively going against their peace, but at least someone who understands how important it is to be held, to be cared for, and can help you in many ways. Maybe this King of Coins is actually giving you money. Maybe that's part of what is making it possible for you to escape. And by escape, I mean vacation, yo. Vacation, that's the Three of Wands for me. Because it feels like for you, getting away is what's going to help you. Okay, so if this has been resonating with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says, let's get away. Show me some airplane emojis. Let's get away. I hope that is something that is accessible to you. To be able to take some time for yourself, even if it's just going on a walk. Something about like moving the body and moving beyond, like getting out of the environment. You need a change of scenery. Yeah. And I sense that you should go with someone. If you have an earth sign that you love and care for, they feel like they are part of the antidote as well. And if you are an earth sign, then I'm wondering what you're able to gift yourself at this time to make, to bring some alleviation. I was going to ask a question. Is this the answer to the question? Okay, no, I'm going to put it back. We figured out how to get it back, right? You need to indulge yourself. Bring in some joy. What's also important is releasing control. Holding yourself emotionally. Yeah. Spending time with your family. Chosen or origin. I want to ask, how can you protect, now that you know how to get it back, how can you protect it? How can chapter 2 protect what they've, Knight of Wands. Remember I just said get going, get moving. Once you get moving, once you get that energy back, put it to use. Do something creative. Do something fun. Do something daring, right? Because if you've been feeling particularly like depressed and all of that, maybe the King of Coins is a therapist, someone who can help you move through the doldrums, right? Move through the grief if you're feeling any. And once you get things moving again, right? The Knight of Wands is like, let's keep this momentum going. How can you keep the fire going? How can you keep the creativity going, right? How can I bring energy back to myself and to my work and to my relationships? Because it's all there. It's all there. It's all possible. And I want you to know that you can have the life you want. Don't let any enemy lie to you and say that you can't. All right, my chapter 2s. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter 3s. Welcome to your reading. We are going to the enemy's camp to take back what the enemy stole from you. But first, we have to identify what has been stolen. So, we're going to put your Seven of Swords card to the side. I'm going to shuffle the cards just a bit. And then we're going to look at, when you weren't looking, what did the enemy, your ops, steal from you? And we're not going to just leave it there. We also want to know how you can get it back. All right. Thank you, ancestors, spirits, and guides, those who walk with me, to be able to hear, see, and know the truth. For all of those who have chosen chapter 3, when they weren't looking, what did the enemy steal? What did chapter 3's enemy steal from them when they weren't looking? The Chariot. Nine of Cups. And the Hierophant. You are moving on a particular trajectory in your life. And, that wasn't about to happen on their watch. Because you are someone who was being or about to be someone sought after, trusted, a good source, a good leader, committed to a thing, trustworthy, the wisdom of the ancestors, walking in integrity. All of those things, that's you, chapter 3. And so what was stolen from you was your confidence in such and your commitment to such. Because the Chariot is forward motion. The Nine of Cups is the access to the wish fulfillment. And so it's almost like for you are moving forward, but not seeing the payoff. And so it feels like your enemies, your ops, they just want to keep you moving, just moving, and never receiving the harvest for the thing that you're putting time into. Oof. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man. That's what they wanted for you. They wanted for you to just feel stuck and stagnant and like shit wasn't moving. And it's to frustrate you and to get you to stop completely. Oof. Cause see, you were moving too damn fast, chapter 3. You were being too damn successful. You were being too well liked. You were getting too much money. And they were like, no. So they wanted to steal your stilo. They wanted to steal your style. They wanted to steal your clients. They wanted to steal your influence. They wanted to steal your joy and your happiness. It's really giving life. Like you seem to be someone who's very loved and very lucky. Like there's fortune around you, right? And you are someone who's well respected as well. They didn't like that. So that forward momentum that you have, and now you feel like you're stuck, that's not just you. That feeling stuck in a rut, that's active enemies working against you. So now that we know what that is, let's see how you can get it back. How can you get the energy of the Chariot back? How can you get that forward momentum back? The Sun. It's so funny because what I'm really getting from that is just you watching this reading, just you getting the awareness that it ain't you and that it's something else working against you. Just the awareness is enough to move you into action. Oh, so it wasn't me. I wasn't tripping. It wasn't. Yeah, it ain't you, chapter 3. That was somebody else. See? Yep. It gets you back into action. You just got to move. You just have to actively know, okay, the lack, the feeling stuckness, the moving through the mud, the, like trying to trudge on is not because your ideas aren't good. It's not because you're not great at what you do. It's not because people have changed their minds about you. No, there's discouragement that was being sent toward you. just because you was moving faster than they wanted you to, but you still fast moving. They ain't stop no show. Page of Wands. So the thing is here, you just need to keep the excitement around your marriage, your relationship, your job, your career, whatever it is you do. You have to keep the excitement going. You have to keep those things going. That is what's going to help you. That's what's going to help you. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yep, progress. So yeah, the frustration is like, you look, bottom of the deck, you got the Six of Wands. Listen, you are successful. You are successful. But they just they didn't want you to know that. They want you to forget, right? Right. They think that you got it easy, right? So I don't know if your enemy is an actual person or if it's a system, right? If it's anti-blackness, if it's queer phobia, if it's transphobia, if it's, I don't know who or what you identify as an enemy, but the whole point of it is to slow you down, to keep you from living the life that you know you so desire and deserve. And so the way that you counteract it is to, one, know that there is an enemy. Knowing it, knowing that it's not you that's getting in your way, that there's an enemy that's working against you. And then with that knowledge, you move forward anyway. And that frustrates them. And then you shock the world by continuing, Page of Wands, to bring something new, do something new, create something new, until they really just get sick of you. And then you go back into the lab and you continue to flourish and to make all these pentacles come to life again. For you, you continue to work. Success is in your hand. Huh? In fact, if this reading has been resonating with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says that success is in my hand. Success is in my hand. Huh? Now I'm going to ask one final question, and that is simply, now that we know what it is that was stolen and you know how to get it back, I want to know what you can do to protect it and keep it. Huh? How do you keep it safe going forward? How do you protect it and keep it? This one here, this one, the Tower. Baby, keep them guessing. The Tower says, keep them guessing. The Tower says, continue to stay in alignment, right? Continue to make the shifts when you feel it's time to shift. Be open to doing something new, right? Don't get so stuck that you can't move anymore, that you stay in the Hanged Man, right? The good thing about you, chapter 3, is that you're versatile. You have many gifts, right? You have many things that you're great at. You have many things working for you. Your enemies know. It's high time you remember it too. So keep them guessing. Be the unsuspecting storm that comes in. And just when they think that they got you buried, you jump right back up. Just like in the Seven of Pentacles. You pop up like a dandelion, as my partner would say. You ain't never dead. You always come back to life. All right, my chapter 3s. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.